What the? Trash! I am one happy gal. Okay, now cue the B-roll.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm franchise, I'm top tier.
Good morning, buff babes, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Juliarene, and this is my Road to Pro Bodybuilding series. And when you are seeing this, we are currently 22 days out from my bodybuilding show. Well, at least I'm filming it 22 days out. And right now, it is the ass crack of dawn, 5:04 in the morning, and I am opening the gym to do my cardio because we are back business as usual, because we are getting leaner for the show, like I told you guys in the video previous. So let's jump into it. Well, I guess I'm the only one crazy enough to do the Stairmaster at 5 in the morning. What the? Okay guys, we are done with cardio, and that was a freaking really hard session because my legs are trashed. Trashed! You get it. They hurt really bad. I did legs yesterday and I really destroyed them, so they're gonna hurt even more this evening. So I freaking need a massage or something, or some sort of relief of some sort. So we're gonna go home, we're gonna make some breakfast. It's very boring, very plain. You're probably not gonna like it, but I'm gonna show you anyways. Okay, now that we are home, I'm first going to be mixing up my greens and my reds. So right here, I have the Opti Reds from First Form. Hey, yo! Shh! I'm gonna do 1 scoop of this, and this one actually has a berry flavor, so it tastes, where is it? Hella good. I can't find the label, whatever. 1 scoop of that. And then greens, got the Opti Greens, also berry flavor, so it doesn't taste like dirt. I got it in my nose. 1 scoop of that. It actually tastes like really good. When you start having greens for the first time, you're like, this is so gross, but like after a while, you're like, I don't even care. So I'm gonna mix it up with my little thingy and just chug, chug, chug. Cheers. Okay, and first for breakfast, we are having a plain ass meal, guys. We are going to measure out 3 ounces of these cubed pre-packaged butternut squash. 3 ounces. I'm gonna put a little bit of spice on them. These are the 3 things that I've been using so far. We got some sea salt, and then some coconut cream pie by Feast Mode. This one is freaking incredible. And then some cinnamon, because I'm kind of want it to be a little bit on the sweeter side. So we got this mixture right here, and all I'm gonna do is kind of just mix it up. You could spray it with some oil as well, but I just don't feel like doing that. So first we're gonna put this into the air fryer and then get our chicken ready. All right, next I'm gonna use the same bowl because I'm a savage. I'm gonna spray a little bit of this 0-calorie olive oil spray on the bottom, and we're gonna measure out 4 ounces of chicken. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Really fancy stuff, guys. Okay, and a little piece. Sweet, and then I'm gonna spray it again real quick, and I'm gonna put the garlic beer Feast Mode seasoning on it. So what I do with this is basically, I put a shit ton because these have lower sodium than most spices. So I put a lot on it, and then I get a little fork and I just basically make my own breading because I can't use actual breading because the calories are so high. So if I can do it with a lower calorie spice, then I still get like the crunch because of the air fryer. So I just kind of wiggle this hoe around and get them all coated. There we go. So this is what they look like, and then we're gonna throw them in the air fryer. All right, while that is going, I'm gonna get my coffee cup, and I'm going to put a half a scoop of this fiber supplement. You can get this on Amazon. This is literally the only thing that really helps keep me regular. This, in addition to having the greens and reds powder, it is so important to make sure that your digestion is working correctly, especially when you're on prep for a bodybuilding show, because your stomach becomes very sensitive to everything. So I put a scoop of this in there and I mix it with my coffee because it's chocolate flavor and it flavors my coffee for me and I don't have to add extra calories. And then all I do is put my basic ass coffee in the Keurig, push the thing down, put it here, and press the button. And this is what we have, the crispy chicken and the butternut squash. And of course, always top it with the creamy green salsa by Del Primo. All I know is you can get this at HEB in Texas, so y'all have to figure it out from there, but yup, put that over it and let's eat. Okay, so a few hours have gone by and I've already eaten 2 meals, but I really wanted to get back into doing the physique updates up until the show because my body is going to be changing rapidly because y'all saw how lean I got last time and we're pushing for a leaner, tighter look this time, so you can imagine how much my body is going to change within these next 3-ish weeks. So I have my posing suit on right now and we're just going to do a little body check and then I'm going to kind of explain like what happened to my body kind of after the show. Okay, so since after the show, I basically had 2 days of just getting to eat whatever I want. And so when your body is going from a calorie restriction that has very plain, simple, whole foods to eating foods that are very processed, like have a lot of fat, have a lot of sugar, your body basically kind of like blows up, you know. So my body was holding on to a ton of water because it wasn't used to the food that was going into. You know, this isn't something I regret at all because imagine dieting for that long and not having any of those foods, and then finally you get to have them and you get to just kind of be, you know, a regular person. You know, just get to go to a restaurant and, you know, not have to sit there and not eat, or I don't have to bring packed foods. You've seen me do this for months, guys. So it was really awesome to just kind of chill and not really have to worry about it. So my body was holding on to a lot of water because I wasn't drinking enough water either. So your body starts to hold on to the limited amount that you're actually giving it because I was just off of my routine. And so basically, we're just kind of giving my body a chance to get back on track. So what I wanted to do is kind of go over some of the poses I talked about in the previous video and what I am doing to adjust them and what they were saying exactly was wrong with them so that I can show you guys just in case you're curious. Okay, So basically, with my back pose, I'm gonna show you from the side so that you can see what it looks like. So your toes are going to be pointed out just a little bit. And what I was doing is I was bending so far back like this, like it was very dramatic. So what it was doing is it was widening my glutes and diluting this cut that you see right there. So you couldn't see it very well. So super easy adjustment. Instead of bending into it so much, all I have to do is basically go into my back pose, stand there, and just a little bit. It is very small. It seems like you're doing nothing, but the judges can see everything from behind there. So I'll show you what it looks like here. So I was going like this, stretching way too much, and all I have to do is just simplify it. That is it. So that is just a super easy thing to fix. Super simple. So with my side pose, one of the things that I was doing was I was twisting too much within my waist. So basically the theme here is that I was trying too hard. Like I was working harder than I needed to. So with my side pose, I'll show you what I was doing wrong, and then I show you what I need to correct. So with your side pose, your front leg, my front leg was very, very bent, and I was twisting a lot here. So it looks just like I'm trying too hard and I'm not really standing up straight, so I'm bent over a lot. There's so much twisting. So how I'm going to fix this basically is keep this leg straight, bring this leg further out, pop the glute here so you can still see it, and then just turn. It's a lot easier for me, and it just looks a little bit more aesthetic. My waist is slimming down. There's not as much showing here. So simple. So instead of going from here, I'm gonna raise it up, bring this foot out from here to here. Simple things. And y'all already know we're working on the third one, which is to lower body fat. So speaking of that, we're actually gonna go do another in-body scan, and we're going to compare our last one to our current one. So let's go. But first, we need to get a freaking monster. Oh yeah, I can't remember the last time I had one of these. Okay, now cue the B-roll. I am one happy gal. It's about damn time! Woo! Let's look over the stats, shall we? Okay, so going into peak week, which was 6/25/21, I was sitting at 145.1 pounds, 17.5% body fat, 67.7 pounds of muscle. Visceral fat level was 4, and my waist was 25.5 inches. Today, when we are going into the second show that we are doing in Arizona, today's date is 7/8/2021. My weight is 145.7, so around the same. My body fat is 15.7%, so we dropped 2% body fat since the last check-in. And my muscle mass is 69.7 pounds. Visceral fat level is 3, which also went down, and my waist is sitting at 25 inches. So we are at an absolute incredible spot. We are most definitely going to hit the goal of being a lot leaner stepping on stage. So I was about 141 going into peak week for this last show. So our goal is to be at about 134 going into peak week for this show. So I know it seems very drastic. It seems like a lot, but we are already on our way there. We are getting a lot closer. Obviously, I've already had 2 meals in today. I've had at least a gallon of water, maybe even more. So my weight isn't accurate as far as being fasted in the morning, but oh my God, I never thought I would get to 15.7% body fat. And I know a lot of people, I have to say this constantly, but because I have breast implants, I can't ever get a 100% accurate body fat scan because the body fat scans count them as fat because they don't know that they're implants or not. Like, how are they supposed to know that? So realistically, my body fat is a lot lower than what it says, but all I do is make sure that I am consistently seeing it drop, and that's all that's important to me right now. And we're seeing my body change, we're seeing my weight drop. This is such good news, and I can't wait to tell Zach.
What's up, baby?
Guess what?
What?
Okay, so on 6/25, the week before peak week, I was at 145, and my body fat was 17.5%, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And today, I'm 145.7, but I'm at 15.7% body fat.
Awesome.
Right? Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Okay, so now that we're done with that, we are going to go home. We're going to finish some work for the day. And then later we're going to be doing yoga because I'm still doing yoga on Thursdays, every single Thursday, at least if, you know, I'm not traveling, because it really helps with my posing and making sure that I'm limber and loosey-goosey. So we're going to do that today. And then immediately after that, do some cardio. So I will catch up with y'all in a few. Okay guys, so a couple hours have passed and I'm getting ready to walk into my yoga session. Like I said, I do it once a week because it really helps with, it helps with posing. It helps me to be a little bit more limber because bodybuilders are basically built like rocks because we put our body through a lot of pain, and yoga has been a game changer for this prep. So even though my body is honestly absolutely trashed right now and I really wish that I can be home just doing nothing, I'm still going to go and do it because sometimes when you're on prep for a bodybuilding show, you don't have a choice. So I got my pre-workout here. This is the First Form Project 1, about a half a scoop, and then I have a scoop of L-carnitine because it makes me sweat. It's good for fat burning. And then the pre-workout gives me the energy because I am praying to the gods of yoga that I have enough energy to do this, because yoga's not a walk in the park, people. Like, it's actually freaking hard. Especially if you're built like a tiny little baby troll like I am. So I got this. Link in description as always, guys. If you are wanting free shipping on any of their products, I wouldn't recommend it to you if I didn't believe in it wholeheartedly. It has gotten me through some tough times. So before we head in, I wanted to talk about basically what happened to my body after I ate basically whatever I wanted for 2 days. It was incredible. I was actually thinking about it before while I was driving on my way here. And it's not just about the food that was enjoyable, but it was getting to like go to a restaurant again, have the energy to walk around, because when you're so deep in prep, like some of those things you just don't have the energy to do. And I finally had energy because I had a surplus of calories. So the day after the show was Saturday. We got to walk around Charleston, really get to see it, take pictures, just enjoy it. We went to this incredible breakfast spot that Zach found, and I had like a lemon goat cheese blueberry pancake. It sounds gross, but I love those things together. And then there was like a chunky monkey one that had bananas and like syrup on it. I think it was like a caramel syrup, and then there was another one, I forget the flavor. It was just so much fun. We got to eat a bunch of good food, hang out around. Y'all know that a burger and fries was my go-to, and ice cream the night after the show. That's what I always crave when I want to have a sweet treat. So we did that, but thinking about how your body is during prep. So you were in a caloric deficit for a very long time because you were cutting down, you were depleting your body of calories and energy. And once you get that food back into your system, it is basically kind of like overloaded and it doesn't know what to do with it, especially if you have more than just a meal, which is what I did. I had like 2 days of basically eating things that weren't on my meal plan. So what happened to my body is it kind of like swelled up and held onto water, and this wasn't really concerning. It was actually more just expected, you know? So now that my body has kind of flushed everything out and it's getting back to a relative point, you know, I'm feeling a lot better. And I'm just ready and excited for these next couple of weeks where we start to lean down again. But sometimes what happens is that, and this is something that just happens to me, is your body gets kind of like edema. And that's basically just when your body starts holding on to water, and it kind of collects underneath your skin, almost like you kind of get like cankles and you're just a little bit fluffier. So I was finding it was funny, like the day after, when I finally got home after the flight and everything, I was walking around and it was kind of like painful because my body was basically swelling with the surplus of glycogen from the carbohydrates. So just kind of wanted to explain that a little bit to you guys. But with all that said and done, y'all saw the results of the body fat scan today. Since the last one, we still have consistently been losing body fat, which is literally so incredible. Y'all heard me, I called Zach and I was like, yay! And if we are going on the same track as last time, I am still projected, based off of the results, to lose minimum of 2% body fat doing what we are doing. Hopefully more, obviously, would be ideal. But minimum of 2% would put me at 13% body fat, which is freaking mind-blowing. Like, that's going to be a huge difference from the show that we just did to the next show. I'm sorry I'm a little spacey right now, but anyways, I'm gonna go get a good spot for yoga and really just try and muster up the energy to do this. So let's go. Ironically, today we are focusing on hamstrings, so that's going to be painful / helpful. I made it. Now to do some more cardio. So we are finally home. We are done with cardio. It is time to relax. I promise you that I did cardio. My battery just died. And honestly, if I'm being for real, I was almost talking myself out of doing it. And I was like, no, Julia, you're gonna be so mad if you don't do it. So I just did it. But now I'm home and I'm finally just relaxing. So I wanted to actually share with you guys something that I have been using for a couple of weeks now, and it is the Hydragun. I don't know if you guys have ever tried one of these, but it has been a game changer for me. They were kind enough to actually send me one, and it was perfect timing because I couldn't have needed it anymore, especially with how much I am training. My body is just having a really hard time recovering, so I wanted to show you guys what I've been doing in the evenings to help alleviate that, and hopes that maybe it can help you guys as well. So this is the case that it comes in, and Vision is very interested in what this is, but it's super freaking cool. And Vision, I know you want to see what's inside, and it's, look at this, like, oh my God. Don't mind me, I'm missing a nail. But it comes with all of these attachments, and each attachment is good for something different. So this one is my favorite one. I love this one. And these are good for if you want to use it like over your clothes. And then in this book, it gives you like a guide basically for what each of the heads do and how to use it. And it's literally like dummy proof. So it shows you what each of the heads do and what to use them for, which is freaking awesome. So I'm actually going to turn this bad boy on and use my favorite one. So you hold it down way to turn it on. And then it has a bunch of different levels. It has level 1 through 6. So 6 is obviously like the highest one. Vision's scared of it. He's literally like, what is happening? So every time I turn this on, he does it. So I have it on level 2 right now. Ooh. Oh my God. This feels so good. Oh, my legs hurt so bad. Vision is super interested in what's going on. Oh my God. Ooh. This is the best. This has been a lifesaver. Like, if you can't go and get frequent massages, this is definitely something that you are gonna need at home. Oh my God, it just relieves it so much. Oh, yes. So that's basically what I've been doing every evening, and it's super simple because you could just be watching Netflix and chilling, and then you could just be massaging your legs while you do it. Hydragun was actually kind enough to offer all my subscribers a discount for anybody that wants to pick it up. All you have to do is use code Julia20, and the link will be in the description for you, so it'll just be easier for you to grab it. So right now, to finish off this evening, I'm going to make my last meal, which I actually double. So it's my meal 5 and 6, but I eat them together because they're smaller portions. But when I eat them together, it makes me feel like I'm eating more food. So let's do that. Okay, here we have my smorgasbord. So I have 3 ounces of turkey here, and I have it coated with the Typhoon feast modes, kind of like I did earlier. We have 4 ounces of swai, which is a fish. We have 3 ounces of butternut squash, and this is just tossed in sea salt and some cinnamon. And then we have half a cup of oats. It's just already made, and it's just with water. So we're gonna dress that up, and we're gonna put all of this in the air fryer. Now, while we got that in the air fryer, we're gonna dress up our oats. So I'm gonna put 2 Splenda. I don't use stevia anymore because stevia makes me bloat. I'm gonna use a ton of cinnamon and some sea salt. And we're gonna mix it up. And lastly, we're gonna top it with some sugar-free maple flavored syrup. Woo! Just a little dash. And then we will have our sweet version, and then we'll take our savory out of the air fryer. Alright, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you all so much for being here, still on my Road to Pro series. I love you all so much, and you are more powerful than you think. Bye!